Police officers often act as though they are above the law. Which answer do you feel best explains why officers act contrary to their lawful authority? Is it A, they have lower than average IQs, B, the laws are too complicated, C, inadequate training, D, inadequate supervision, E, a culture of lawlessness within the agency, F, qualified immunity and a sense of security, G, they know the law but do what they want anyway, H, they are rarely held accountable by command staff, I, the thin blue line, or J, police intimidation. My one best answer? I'd have to go with B. The laws are too complicated. What happens is the officers get overwhelmed, so then they end up, whether it's by default or otherwise, taking a course of action that's contrary to law because they feel they have to do something. And most of the time, officers will fall on the side of tyranny and not freedom. They don't want to take a chance that somebody guilty might get away, but it's simply too complicated. And that's actually a fact. But that's not the point of the video. The point of the video is all 10 are valid. I came up with 10 just off the top of my head. All 10 are valid reasons why the police act as if they don't know the scope of their authority. They don't have to know. Which one reason do you feel is the one most applicable regarding why officers so often act outside the scope of their lawful authority? I'm just betting that at least one of you figured out the one that I left off the list. So there's actually 11. And then there could be more. But I identified 11. Do you know which one is missing from the list? It's really a common one, and it's a big one. I was watching the YouTube shorts yesterday, and whenever I see one with a police interaction, especially one where I think they're going to violate someone's rights, it always piques my interest. Well, this one piqued my interest. You got two officers don't know the law, whereas the nice woman who took the video actually knows the law. Let's go ahead and watch the video. I'll dissect it as we go along, but there's something I want to reiterate, and that is police psychology. I found myself doing the same thing, although I never made a false arrest. When you're interacting with somebody in an enforcement situation, the last thing you want as a police officer is to make yourself look stupid. And the way you make yourself look stupid is the person you are interacting with actually had committed a crime, but you didn't catch them. What I'm talking about is the embarrassment factor. If you fuck up as an officer and the word gets out to the public that, gee, you didn't catch this person, well, what you're going to hear back as the officer is, you're stupid, they outsmarted you, and they're all going to laugh behind your back. Well, it's not even always behind your back. And that's one of the driving forces. Man, I don't know if I've talked about that, and if I have, I haven't talked about it enough. Officers don't want to make themselves look stupid. And that's what leads them to make false arrests. That's what leads them to make unlawful detentions. They don't want to take the chance they've missed something. We see it all the time in the videos. It's called casting a wide net. You catch as many fish as you can, even if some of them didn't deserve to be caught in the net, because you don't want to make yourself look stupid. It's easier to have a case dismissed than to have to put up with the ridicule afterwards because you didn't catch the person. Does that make sense? It's win-lose for the police, and they don't want to lose. They always have to win.
So what am I being detained for? Because if you can't tell me why, I'm going to continue my shopping.
No, you can't. We're investigating a crime right now.
The officer is not required to tell her what crime she's being detained for, but it becomes quickly apparent that they don't know that either. So now it becomes a combination of, you're detained till we can figure things out, which is unlawful, and they're on a fishing expedition, which is unlawful. When you hear an officer say, well, you're detained so we can figure things out, they have to be able to articulate a specific crime before they detain, not after they detain, because when we hear a cop say that you're detained so we can figure things out, how long does that go on? Huh? What if it takes them an hour to figure something out? Actually, when they say you're detained so we can figure things out, it's we need to figure out what kind of charge we're going to manufacture. We just need more time to get our heads together. And the other thing about this is the way that police abuse and misuse the word investigation or investigating. They throw that word out even when there's no crime. Well, we got a call. I'm here to investigate the call. And then they go after ID. Well, wait a minute. So what they're doing is they're investigating whether or not the person will give up their ID. Exactly. That's what they're doing. Every time you see this crap, we got a call that makes you suspicious. What are they investigating? Give me ID. That's all they have. That's not a crime. And people need to start paying attention to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wasn't involved in any crimes, so...
That's fine. I understand. And if you're not, then you're free to go.
What crime?
I'll let you know here in a second.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It does
What
work that
crime
way.
am I being investigated for?
Hang on. Just let him figure it out, please.
He's literally begging her for her patience. He's literally begging her to go along with the unlawful detention because right now he's so frustrated with his partner on the phone and he's just trying to kill time. But he's the one stuck having to deal with her.
You're going to figure it out and then tell me?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. This is getting good. You guys should have done a better investigation.
No, because we didn't expect you to be here.
What do you mean? I've been here for an hour.
We literally came here looking for you.
I've been in this store for over an hour.
Yeah, and we didn't expect you to walk right by us. So just give us a second.
Oh my God.
Figure it out.
You guys...
I don't know this lady, but I sure do. I sure do like her. Did you hear that little groan right at the end? Well, we're going to end the video there. One thing I want to do is I want to clarify, and that is, at the beginning, I said, well, number two, that the law is too complicated for these guys to get it right. And then that still holds true. But in this case, with these two officers, oh, it's definitely low IQ.